Hey, all, Ron here, the Accidental Farmer. Just have my toys from Christmas. Check those out. Anyways, I was working in the barn today, and I wanted to share a couple things that I thought about, what I would change. Working on the farm by yourself, you work alone. There's a lot of time to think. So what I was thinking is, what would I have changed if I had to do this all over again? Now, we've had the farm for 15 months right now. About 12 months ago, we started adding animals and such. We had a couple months moving into the place and fixing a few things. But I'm one to tend to jump into things with both feet. So my first thing I would change was I wouldn't have done everything at once. I would have made sure certain steps were complete before adding the animals, the gardens, and stuff like that. Make sure it's easier said than done. Believe me, it's easier said than done. Is make sure the water works everywhere you need to be. Make sure the well's in, the piping's all in, the roof's fixed on the barn siding's done, the fencing's done. Before I did everything else, before getting all these animals, it seems like I was always one step ahead of all these animals getting here. Fixing fencing a week before the goats came. Expanding, shortening their coop, shortening their outside run, making the outside run larger, fixing the garden, planting a garden. I've had gardens in the past. I didn't do a soil sample. I didn't know to do the soil samples first. I could have added compost ahead of time. I could have maybe had a small family garden the first year instead of trying to make this bigger garden so I could fill up the small farm stand. Oh yeah, and then I had to build a farm stand too. So the first thing I would have changed is I would have taken things slower and completed certain tasks before moving on to the second one. I got kind of like one step ahead of myself. Number two, this is big. I just recently found out this, and this has been huge for me, is I found a farm mentor. What is a farm mentor? Well, this is a farmer who's 74 years old. I purchased my hay off him. And I'll tell you, he is so valuable. The information that he has lived and experienced, I couldn't read it in a book. I couldn't watch it on a YouTube. I couldn't see it anywhere. When I pick up my hay, I pick up 10 bales at a time. That's all my pickup will hold. I usually end up talking to him for a half hour to 45 minutes, walking around with him and chatting, and he's showing me different things and where he gets the food for the pigs and where he gets the food for the cows and how much hay a cow eats and such. And I will tell you, I've learned so much from him. The actual opportunity I have is to I'm going to volunteer 4 to 5 hours on one morning a week at his farm for free, just so I can get a deeper experience in the farm. What I find is, like I said before, is farming's a lonely job if you're doing it by yourself. And he doesn't mind to talk because I think he has the same thing as he's working by himself. But he's haying fields. He leases fields to hay fields. He has cows and pigs and the things he told me not to have were the goats and the sheep because they were pretty much worthless. He brought his to auction. And what do I have? I have goats and I have sheep. And how much a cow, a beef cow brings in, hoof weight. And I didn't know what hoof weight was and what auctions he brings them to once he has it ready and how much each cow is actually bringing him in dollar-wise. But he said, don't raise a cow unless you have your own hay to feed him because then it will offset the profit and you're probably doing it for practically free. And we know we have all these animals on the farm that I think if we weighed them, if you're having 2 or 3 or 5 or 6, a lot of times we're doing this for break even. We're not actually making money. I know ourselves, we're finally making money with eggs after having 90 chickens. It comes with a little work, but the chickens actually, in my eyes, are probably one of the easiest animals to have on the farm. So I would change the way I jumped into things. I'm one to want to get done right away. Number 2 was the mentor. Number three is, when people know we have the farm here, someone's moving or someone needs to get rid of chickens and it's chickens. It's always chickens. They can't take the chickens with them. The new house, the town doesn't have the chickens. They don't want to bring them. And would you take our chicken? We take these chickens. We've said yes every single time someone's offered. And my questioning is they healthy? Are they laying? I don't want a rooster. we have enough roosters, is they always lay. Oh, yeah, they lay. They get eggs every day. Oh, you know something? I think we get pets. We don't get eggs. Out of 6 out of one family, I think one of them lays. And the other ones, I don't think any of them lays. In fact, I showed up at someone's house. Beautiful little chicken coop. 4 chickens. 3 were chickens. 1 was a rooster. He was a friendly rooster. He's still in the backyard, in the back coop. And but I don't believe that chickens actually lay any eggs. So, looking back at it, we also got to worry about bird flu and anything else that we bring into our coops. I didn't know any of this. It's going to say no. And number 4, and this is the last one, is I would abandon every single one of my chickens' feet as they came in with a different color band. This knowing, because we do a lot of Rhode Island Reds, and we have some other ones, we could actually narrow it down with the age of them. So when they're aging out of laying eggs, we can, do what we have to do with them. And some of the ones we could actually watch to see if they're laying or not. So, and where they came from. So that is the 4 things I would change. The 3 plus the bonus of the banding of the legs of the chickens. I never knew you could do that until one of our chickens came in with a band on their leg. So anyways, I hope this helped you, because I wish I heard some of this before I started doing this farming thing. So anyways, I'm gonna jump on my tractor here. I'm gonna jump on my new John Deere, and I gotta go check the chickens. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe. Leave a comment. I love to chat, and I answer every single one of them. Have a great day.